Okay, so it's about 165, 170. Pretty hot to touch.
What's
So-
165?
Okay, so this is Miss Earp's way to make cheese from the Foxfire Appalachian book. So what we did was, I want to take this off for a second. What I did was I took goat milk and put 2 gallons, I think it was, of goat milk, about there. Put 2 to 3 tablespoons of buttermilk. Let it sit out for 2 days. Weird. So it's spoiled. And then it's been in the refrigerator until I was ready to make it. So this is a cheese that doesn't have
You
to
let it sit out where?
on the stove. So this is a cheese, I guess it doesn't have to be aged. I don't know. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it turns out. This could be a total flop. So what has happened is when I took it out of the refrigerator, we heated the buttermilk / goat milk mixture that had cured. We'll call it cured and not spoiled. So I heated it up to about 160, which is like to the touch hot, not boiling. I don't know if that's the scientific.
The directions were not that clear.
Yeah, the directions are specifically heat it until it's a little hotter than lukewarm, but not boiling. Not so hot that it would burn your hands. So that's what we've done. So once it's heated through thoroughly, we're gonna pour it in the strainer and hopefully collect the curds, and the whey will go down in the bottom part. So that's what we're hoping will happen. Although these curds are super small, so I'm a little hesitant that we're really going to get any curds at all. But let's see what we get, okay? And hopefully I won't make a mess. This is actually a juice press. It's for making jellies and oh crap. Making jellies and jams.
That's why she used clothespins.
You're right, she did. She had clothespins on the sides of the closet. Makes perfect sense. I skipped that direction. I've got this one. I think I might have a couple here.
So we're gonna use tater chip clip.
Tater chip clip. I don't know if I have enough. Oh, here's a technical clothespin.
When making this cheese, make sure you have the proper equipment.
So, okay, so let's see if this works. Okay. Things not to do. Oh my god.
It's spilling on the floor, y'all.
It's spilling on the floor. Woo, I was about to think we weren't going to get any at all. And then there at the end. Oh, what a mess. Flavored milk. on the cabinet.
This is a farmhouse.
On the cabinet? That is like next to nothing cheese. Well, this goes deep, so it looks like it. Oh, go back, bud, go back. Shooey cheese, yep. So here's my thing. Like, I think they need to start making pots with a pour. Like, we always need a pour on a pot. Like, don't you think? Like, you know, if you're pouring like sauces or if you're pouring water out
This is
of
me saying yes.
potatoes. Like, you always need a pour on a pot. Like, why don't all pots have a pour? It doesn't make sense at all. Okay.
So, you know what we could do? We could lift this up, put another thing of cheesecloth in it, and then pour over it again. Pour the whey through it one more time.
But look, if you see hair to hair, it's curds. That's a pretty good bit. She didn't have a lot. And it's crazy it takes so much to get so little. But this being goat milk as well could be a reason why we don't have quite as many curds as perhaps you may have with cow milk, because goat milk is more homogeneous. So that's my unprofessional guess. Let me get the
Well, we also didn't use any, like, this is a natural separation, right?
right.
So,
There was no rennet. It was just a cultured buttermilk that we added to it that separated. I think we're good. We'll go with this.
And it was a cow's buttermilk that we added to it too.
Yeah, it was a cow's buttermilk because I don't have a
Goat buttermilk.
goat buttermilk, so this is what we had. Whew, it smells like buttermilk. So she squeezed the whey out, which I've got. And it's hot.
Ooh, you're squeezing it out.
I know, there's some done in there I want to get out. So we are gonna just get the cheese that we can out of here. And I'm gonna get the cheese out of here too. Yeah, that looks about like what she had. In her picture, it looks about like what she had. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna add
Tell them what we add.
a
This is weird.
Miss Earth like to add a farm fresh hen egg because they're more yellow because the yolk's bigger. So I guess that kind of makes the cheese yellow. My worry is that it will actually cook the cheese because it is kind of hot. So
Cook the egg.
I mean, cook the egg.
Let
yeah.
it cool down a little bit. I would bet.
That's my worry. So we'll see. So we're switching pots here. We're gonna do this in a cast iron.
Maybe stir those curds a little bit to get some of the heat out of them before you put the egg in.
I'm gonna gently kind of put, which we need the butter melting. Let me see how much salt she said.
1.5 teaspoons.
1.5 teaspoons. Okay. Teaspoon here. That seems like a lot. One, and I'm just gonna eyeball half. And let's just give it a good stir. Yeah, it's pretty hot. So it's gonna have a minute to sit and maybe cool just a tad while we put. So the amount of butter, she said, was the amount of a large hen egg. So I got a large hen egg here, so I'm just gonna.
That's a hen egg size right there.
Tap off. You think?
Maybe a little bit more. I think that, yeah.
That whole thing?
Butter makes everything
More
better.
butter the better. So this is a Foxfire recipe. So these are recipes that are passed down from generations, and they actually interview these people and watch them make these things and take notes. Journalistic type approach to cooking and homemaking and stuff like that. So it said to let this melt. It's melting very fast. I'll turn it down just a tad. And then I've got to mix this egg, which my egg is not cold. It's warm. This is an egg from yesterday.
It still seems hot.
It is steamy. It is steamy. What should we do? Hello, bud. We're gonna make some cheese. Blow it.
Yeah,
blow the cheese. Blow the cheese. If you guys want to see, there's the curds. So the idea is you're gonna add the egg with this, and then you're gonna put it in the pan, and it melts all together, and then you pour it into a pan or pot bowl that then
it rests
in that and then gains the shape of that. I'm just gonna go for it. It's how she did it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna egg in. Never heard of egg and cheese, but here we go. Egg and cheese.
Stir fast.
She's right. Look how yellow and nice.
Daddy.
Looks kind of like a cheddar.
Yeah.
It feels like this might be like a mozzarella cheddar feel. I don't know. What do you think, Kelly?
We're calling it Appalachian egg cheese.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to put it in here. We're going to melt it down.
Everybody said they loved this cheese who had it, like the interviewers.
they like.
It was their favorite Appalachian cheese.
They ate it on the way home, like. So I guess you just, it said just to melt it, basically. You're melting the curds, so when they get, they look like they're kind of melted. And I have it on a really low heat. It said medium heat, but I've got it a little lower.
How do they describe actually when you know it's ready, like where it looks like a cake?
No, they didn't say that. Just when the curds are melting. The picture kind of looked like it looked cheesy. This reminds me of ricotta.
It says something about a cake though.
It forms a cake in the when you pour it into the bowl at the end, and it kind of sets.
It does look like ricotta.
It's very much like ricotta. It's going to be really interesting to see how it tastes.
I think it needs to, maybe just let it set for a minute.
I just don't want it to burn. Is my fear. I mean, I've got it on a low. See,
From the picture, I thought from the picture, it looked like it was more like the butter was separating out of it. It looked pretty hot in the picture.
All this, and you read the end of the recipe again.
When the butter was melted, she added curds and kept turning them in the pan over medium heat.
That's what
When all the curds were melted enough to form a cake, she put them into the dish to cool. As they cooled, they formed a cake.
I feel like they're still kind of gritty, like it's not super soft. But being as I've never made it before, I'm not sure that I would really know.
From the pictures, it looks like it's really gooey when she pours it out.
Okay.
Kind of looks really gooey. Kind of almost sticking to the pan a little bit. It's breaking down pretty good.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to tell. I'm sitting here.
Stirring it.
Yeah. But I feel like it's still a little chunky. Like
Mhm.
I'm wanting to see it get a little smoother.
Me too.
But I'm not sure. Like
I think what we're gonna invent is gonna be, well, not invent, but like rediscover something from the old age, from the mountain people.
I think I don't know the difference of it being goat milk also. I just took the liberty.
So tell everybody how this project started. Like, we're getting a ton of goat milk every day now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're getting a lot of goat milk. So I had so much of it, and I was looking for things to do with it. And was reading this Foxfire book that I've had for years. Actually, I was reading about salt curing, but I thought they probably had something about cheese in there and butter making, because we want to do some butter too. And this was one of those recipes you didn't have to have a lot of tools. You didn't have to have the cheese press. You didn't have to have a lot of things like rennet or cultures, stuff that you might have in your house, which I think is so fantastic. You know, there comes a day and we can't get certain things. Like, what are we going to do with what we have? Like, so I wanted to know what this tasted like.
I think we're getting close.
In such simplicity. Thought the simplicity of it was really beautiful. It took a lot of milk, but we had a lot of milk to use, and we still got a ton in the fridge to do some other stuff with. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it's
Well, we have a guest coming tomorrow night, so if we don't like it, we'll serve it to them.
Well, I wonder if we could smoke it, like after this.
Yeah, maybe.
Smoke it and then put some, what do we normally put? Bacon.
This looks like where
jalapenos?
she was when she was pouring
When she
it out.
poured it out.
Yeah, it's sticking a little bit,
Yeah,
but
it is
like
sticking.
not.
It's staying more together.
Yeah.
It's staying more cake-like. You're right. Yeah. Which to me it's still a little grainy, but maybe that's.
It does look grainy, but it could be the goat milk, or we overheated the curds, or who knows.
But I think it could. I'm sure get cakey. Because it's.
Yeah, as it cools. Now they said when they were driving home after interviewing her, which is right, Foxfire Museum's right up in Rayburn County, Georgia, isn't it?
Yeah, over in Clayton. Yeah.
Clayton area, Rayburn County. I think.
Are we there? Ooh, it really moves different on the pan. You
I
see
think
it?
the egg got cooked.
You see it? It's like it's sliding on the pan.
I think we're there.
We're there.
So
Ooh,
we're
gosh.
just-
Oh, it's even more. Wait a minute. Maybe we should go a little bit more. It's even more like it's sliding together.
Yeah, it's caking.
That's exactly what she said. Patience.
Patience, Grandpa, the grasshopper.
See? It's sliding around.
Maybe clean the sides one more time. Make sure the egg's cooked. Yeah.
You getting that?
Yeah.
Video like safety. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. I think we're there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You want me to do that?
Woo wee! Heavy pan.
What?
Heavy pan. Heavy pan. Oh. So I'm just gonna spread it out. And then maybe as it cools, it hardens and gives us a cake. So we will.
So to see the end results, like and subscribe. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button, as Beckham says. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we put the cheese in the refrigerator to let it harden, and it did in fact set, which is pretty cool. I wish we could like get it out of here. I had a cheese press. I probably should have put it in there, but I don't know if it's that hard. Let's see. I want to cut just a slice of it. You can see it's pretty hard. Let's see how well it comes out.
It's
Oh,
crumbling like feta.
it is. You want to try?
It's excellent. It's like a feta. It's very feta-y.
Feta-y.
It's feta-y.
It is very,
I like this more than feta.
it's very salty. The amount of salt I put in it was what she said in the recipe, but I may not have had as many curds with the goat milk. I'm not sure.
It's very salty, but it's
The
good salt.
consistency is very much like a feta. So it would be really nice, like sprinkled over a salad.
I like it better than feta because it's buttery.
It is a little buttery.
It tastes wonderful.
Yeah, it has a nice flavor. It does. It has a sharp flavor. Are you videoing?
Huh?
Okay. It's very sharp. We're having a discussion. He's got the camera holding it down. It's very sharp. Let's see if the baby likes it. Hey, Cash, you want a piece of cheese?
Yeah.
Whoops. Do you like it?
Yeah.
That's homemade cheese.
Do you like it? You want some more? You want some more?
No.
No?
No.
Well, Cash is not a winner for Cash. Cash doesn't like it.
So I'm not sure. I guess we keep it in this cake. Might be the easiest way because it is not hard enough, I don't think, to come out in a block. So it does crumble once I cut it.
I think it'd be awesome on like a salad.
Yeah.
It's just like feta.
Or like you would use blue cheese on a steak
Yes.
or a burger.
A slaw, like a Greek slaw, feta slaw.
Slaw. Yeah.
Next one.
So there we are. This is Miss Earp's cheese. What was her name? Miss Thelma Earp. Miss Thelma Earp. That's her cheese. That's her right there.
What book is this out of?
This is the Foxfire Book of Appalachian Cookery.
So I'm really surprised by the taste after smelling it after it sat on the stove for
2 days.
2 days with buttermilk in it.
So sharp. So sharp. Kind of gets you in the back. It's good.
It's very good.
Good.
If you like a sharp feta or a sharp cheddar
Mommy.
or even a blue cheese, you would love this cheese. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe
I want it.
button.
Why do you?
Oh,
Come on.